being swept by the Dodgers. And Madison Bumgarner just might be the right man for the job, as the Giants lefty has won his last 3 starts. But it won't come easy, as he faces the reigning National League MVP, Andrew McCutchen, and the talented Pittsburgh Pirates, who are trying to make a return trip to the playoffs. Game 1 next.
It's another spectacular evening here at the corner of 3rd and King Streets, 24 Willie Mays Plaza. And there's the look of the Orlando Cepeda statue down the left field line at 2nd and King Streets, where the Giants and the Pirates open a 3-game series. Hello, everyone. I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow. Welcome to San Francisco Giants baseball. Well, the Giants just had an excellent road trip to start the post-All-Star break portion of the season, winning 5 out of 7. Then they got swept here at home, and that continues to be a problem. The Giants are struggling big time at home. Their ace left-hander Madison Bumgarner is on the mound tonight, but Bumgarner has been struggling at home most of the year.
Now, Bumgarner was on the mound the last time the Giants won a game, so they've lost 4 going into tonight's ball game. Bumgarner going to try and stop that losing streak, but he's only won 4 ball games of the 12 that he has won this year at home. So that is a challenge. And he's also facing a team that is very confident. The Pirates right now, 26-16 in their last 42 games. They're playing great baseball, and their pitchers have always pitched well here. If you look at the last 10 games, their ERA staff-wise is 3.3. And in the last 6 games against the Giants haven't hit a home run against this staff. So the Giants have their work cut out for them, but I think they have the right guy on the hill to give them a good chance to win.
Right. So the Pirates have struggled a bit against left-handed pitching this year, so there's something on Bumgarner's side. When we come back, a look back to Bumgarner's start in Philadelphia, a great matchup with A.J. Burnett of the Phillies. Amy G back with that when we return.
I'm Amy Gutierrez. Madison Bumgarner's on the hill for the Giants this evening. He has certainly come into his own as a premier pitcher in Major League Baseball. At just 24 years old, he's already a two-time All-Star, but he actually has two storylines going on this season, one at home and one on the road. And tonight we look back at his last road start. It's our Ford right choice this evening. Ford is the right choice for California. Test drive one of our efficient new models today. At Philly, Madison gave his team 8 innings, gave up 5 hits, no runs, no walks, and struck out 6. A very road-like performance. On away games this season, Madison 8-2 with a 1.75 ERA. Very different story here at AT Park, where he is 4-5 with an ERA over 5. So tonight, Bumgarner looking to balance out those extreme splits. And, of course, your San Francisco Giants, they're looking for a win. John and Mike are going to have the call. They'll have lineups and first pitch. But first, after these messages, we're going to check in with our Comcast Sportsnet studios for an update. So stay with us.
He's swinging the bat well. They just left a series in Colorado, and they scored a few runs against the Rockies. But this guy is the premier MVP, but he's the mainstay of this ball club. He plays great defense, and he loves to show his stuff. And he's a bona fide superstar.
How do you pitch to this guy? A guy that won the MVP last year. When you look at WAR, wins above replacement, I don't know if you're big on that stat, but he is right up there in the National League this year behind Troy Tulowitzki, Hayward, Stanton, Lucroy, and there you find the MVP from last year. How do you pitch to him? How do you get him out?
Well, you know, being left-handed like Bumgarner is tonight, you got to keep the ball away to set up the inside pitches. You got to have your best stuff. Got to have your A game trying to get this guy out. And you know, if I was pitching against him, if I could beat 21 again, which would be a long time ago, I would try to do the same thing. But Mad Bum has that back foot slider that he gets a lot of righties out with, so that could be the pitch that he'll use to neutralize Andrew McCutchen.
it'd be good to see Bumgarner. He was an all-star 2 years in a row now.
Sure.
You need a stopper. You go after a series after LA. You need a stopper. It'd be nice to see.
Yeah, the Giants coming off this LA hangover where they got swept by the Dodgers, as we all are aware of. But, he's your number one starter. So here's your stopper, and that's the job that he has to do tonight. That's what's in front of him. Stop this skid that run, even though they had a great road trip, came home and lost 3 in a row at home to the Dodgers, as I mentioned. But now you got to stop the skid. Bo just not to worry about it. I like the way he handles this thing on a day-to-day basis. He'll walk out today and talk to the media as though they won 10 games in a row. But the players got to be saying, hey, man, we let this thing get away from us. We should be embarrassed.
The great Vita Blue. On his birthday, working with us. We'll get back out to the park with John Miller and Mike Krukow after this.
Starting pitcher will be soon taking that. In fact, he's getting ready to head out there right now as Buster Posey moves in alongside. The Giants and the Pirates just moments away from getting started here at AT&T Park.
All right, time now for our Roundtable Key Ingredients. Key Ingredients brought to you by Roundtable's new Chicken Maui Zowie Pizza. Just $17.99 for a large for a limited time. So try one today at Roundtable. Number one, clean up the defense. Last 3 or 4 games, it has been getting a little sloppy. They can tighten it up. That'll be key tonight. And number 2, money hitting. If you look at the Giants, the last 25 games where they have gone 6-19 here at the ballpark of AT&T, the Giants have had a hard time scoring at home. They've averaged 2.76 runs in those 25 games, and they're hitting 227. They need to crank it up, and the one hit that gets you all motivated is the one with runners in scoring position. That is the money hit, and that is what they need to do. Those are our Roundtable Key Ingredients.
Hunter Pence heads out to right field. The Giants trying to get it going against the Pirates. The Pirates, who got off to a very slow start this year. Back when the Giants saw them, they were 8 games under 500 back in May. But they're on a roll ever since. The Pirates batting order now brought to you by your Northern California Lexus dealer. Josh Harrison in left field. He was an all-star Jordy Mercer at shortstop. Andrew McCutchen, last year's MVP in the National League, hitting third. Fourth in the league in batting average, second in on-base percentage, third in slugging percentage, and he's likely to win a Gold Glove for his defense as well. Gabi Sanchez, first base. Neil Walker, the switch-hitting second baseman with power. Russell Martin, the former Dodger, the veteran catcher. Gregory Polanco, and he is the young phenom up in the big leagues now. He was still in the minors when the Giants saw the Pirates back in May. Brent Morel, former White Sox third baseman, hitting eighth at third, and Vance Worley from Sacramento, McClatchy High School in Sacramento, hits ninth, the pitcher.
On the hill tonight for the Giants will be Madison Bumgarner. This is what he has done in 22 starts. He's making his 23rd start of the year. Two-time All-Star, has gone 12-7 with a 3.19 ERA. With the Giants, he's 13-9, 9-3 on the road, 4-6 at home. So he wants to improve upon that home record tonight. Interesting, if he wins the ball game tonight, it'll give him 13 wins, and he has done that or more the last 4 seasons. So he has been very, very consistent. When you take your at-bats against him, you're going to see a low to mid-90 fastball with a natural cut that will work its way into righties away from lefties. He's got a hard slider that has some unpredictable movement. Sometimes it runs flat, sometimes it has big tilt, but it always moves. He has a changeup and a curveball. Lifetime against the Pirates, he is 1-2 with a 1.71 ERA. Time now for our Ram Gutsy play. Yesterday, Pirates take on the Rockies. Josh Harrison steals second, overslides, goes to third, gets in a rundown, and ends up safe at third. That's fun right there. He goes, and watch, this is where it gets interesting. And there we go. And then throw number 2, throw number 3, throw number 4, throw number 5, and then he escapes the swipe tag of Olim Rosario, and he winds up with 2 stolen bases on the play. That's our Ram Gutsy play. Ram 1500 is Motor Trend's 2014 Truck of the Year and first ever back-to-back champion, and that's our Ram Gutsy play.
So if he tries to steal second and he overslides second, then what?
Well, yeah.
Don't let that happen. There's ball 1, dude. Josh Harrison.
We saw the same play with Hunter Pence this last week. He tried to do the same thing. He didn't make it a third, but
and he almost did. And that's too high, and it's 2-0 to Josh Harrison.
And right away, Madison Bumgarner's going, what, where's the strikes?
Jim Reynolds, the home plate umpire.
He can be tight. You're not going to get a lot of corners with Reynolds. You will get low strikes. You will get high strikes. So it's kind of a rule book strike zone.
And it's 3-0. The rest of the umpiring crew: Brian Knight at first base, Field and Culbreth, the crew chief, at second base, and rookie Chris Siegel at third. And that's called a strike. 68 degrees, the official game time temperature. Harrison hitting .294, and he gets a walk. So Bumgarner not looking to have found that arm slot just yet. He was all over the place there. And Harrison takes a walk.
Defensively for the Giants tonight, they're going to set it this way. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Colvin, Blanco, and Pence. Best arm in right field, Crawford and Sandoval on the left side of the infield. Panic and Morris on the right side. And Buster Posey will be in the squad, putting down the signs.
So Harrison, who has stolen 13 bases, only been caught 3 times. From Bumgarner to Mercer in there for a called strike. Jordy Mercer hitting .249 with 6 home runs, only a .291 on base percentage. And Andrew McCutchen is out on deck. Michael Morse on the bag at first, holding against Harrison. You see the dark shadows with the light still shining off the hitter's backdrop. And that one will go out of play. So the count is 0-2 to Mercer. The wind is blowing straight out.
Not a lot of carry to right field right now. We thought with the way the wind was blowing at batting practice, we'd see the ball jump, but it really didn't. Not like it did the last couple of days. So it really is a fair ballpark tonight for pitchers, more so than hitters.
0-2 the count. And Bumgarner makes the move to first. Harrison is back. Giants regular first baseman Brandon Belt passed a concussion test today and can begin working out immediately. There's a ball up and away from Bumgarner. Missed badly with that one. 1-2 the count. Hector Sanchez, who's also on the concussion disabled list, failed his test, so he'll have to wait at least another 3 or 4 days for another one. A ball and 2 strikes to Mercer. Pirates have 8 hitters who will bat right-handed against the lefty Bumgarner tonight. But the Pirates have not hit that well against left-handed pitching as a team. Only a .244 batting average for the Pirates against left-handed pitching, and they've hit .261 against right-handers. 1-2 the count. And again, way out of the strike zone. 2-2.
Well, 2 easy takes. You have an 0-2 advantage on a hitter. You want to make a better pitch than he did in the 0-2, and he basically did the same thing with the 1-2 pitch. Both up, out, over the plate. A easy take for the hitter. It's one you see as a hitter, and you lay off early. No real chance that Mercer's going to go out of the zone and try and chase that one. You will chase down below the zone, not that far above it.
That's a base hit just out of the reach of Brandon Crawford. And so 2 men are on with nobody out for the Pirates' best player, Andrew McCutchen, coming up.
Well, right now, Madison Bumgarner's underneath his release. He needs to get on top. All 3 of the last pitches he's thrown, he has pushed them, and he hasn't really snapped them off. They have gone into that strike zone, and they have been lazy. They haven't had his normal little extra second stage hop that he gets with that good fastball when it's popping.
So he is in an immediate jam here. Bumgarner, who pitched 8 shutout innings in his previous start 5 days ago in Philadelphia. And there's ball 1. And right now he's really having a hard time getting the ball to do what he wants it to do.
Well, he's out of whack. And there was the line. The one thing about his outing in his last start against the Phillies in Philadelphia is in the middle of that game he had to have an hour rain delay, and oftentimes that'll take a little more out of your arm than a normal start.
Bluffing Harrison back to second. Harrison, number 5, who led off with a walk. And Bumgarner had a low pitch count most of that game, except in his final inning, the 8th inning, where he had to get out of a jam. And this is his first inning since then. And he's immediately in a jam here. That one right past the third base coach, Nick Leyva. It's a ball and a strike.
Dr. Richard Cohen, our ball dude down the third base side tonight. There's Dr. C, a veteran. And Howard Ing is our ball dude over on the first base side. A couple of veterans tonight.
A ball and a strike to Andrew McCutchen.
Think about McCutchen that impresses you when you watch him hit day in and day out is how he stays on that back leg. He really has tremendous balance, which explains the type of success that he has had. Uses all the field. And he's got that combination of power and speed that is so rare.
McCutchen hit well over 300 each of the last 2 years. And the curveball. 2-2. Last year at 317 with 21 homers and 327 the year before with 31 homers. The Gold Glover. He steals bases, over 20 steals in each of the last 5 seasons. And McCutchen has stolen 16 out of 17 so far this year. 2-2. And it's a full count.
Well, yeah, pretty good speed in the base pass. You might see Clint Hurdle, the skipper of the Pirates, turn him loose here. You got a guy that makes contact. You got a guy that throws strikes. And a lot of balls hit off of Bumgarner get put on the ground, and that's one thing that Hurdle wants to stay out of is that double play. So I would bet a paycheck they're running.
That ball is hammered foul deep down the left field line.
And they were not running.
Well, and it is true. Some managers, just as a matter of course, will not run with 2 on and nobody out for fear of a line drive triple play, and a promising inning just disappears. Although there are other managers feel like, well, that would be sort of the least likely thing to happen, wouldn't it?
Well, yeah, and it can. It's exciting. The fans like it. So the announcers.
Pitcher on the mound loves it. And it's a walk, and the bases are loaded. He's walked 2 of the first 3 hitters. So Bumgarner is now in a real tight spot. And it's happening here at home where things have just not gone well for him this year. 4 wins, 5 losses for Bumgarner's record at home, and a 5.22 ERA. On the road, he's got a 1.75 earned run average. Hard to figure. Gabby Sanchez, and that's in there for a strike. Sanchez has been sort of a specialist since getting to the Pirates, facing almost exclusively left-handed pitching. 3 men on, Harrison, Mercer, and there is Andrew McCutchen, who just walked. He's at first. The Giants give away a run to get a double play here on the outside corner, and it's quickly 0-2.
Sanchez turns and looks to Jim Reynolds, plate umpires, to say, oh, man, that thing wrapped around the plate. That didn't cross the plate.
Well, and it did look like it might have been a little bit off the outside. Oh, and to the count, Posey moves to the inside and off the foot, foul ball.
That's a good sign. He's starting to get that ball down around the knees, and that's where he gets most of his movement. When you see right-handed hitters starting to whack that cut fastball and that slider that he throws off their front foot, that's where Bumgarner needs to be.
The Pirates right now have visions of a big inning here. Bases loaded, nobody out to clean up hitters up.
Well, right here is you need to get lucky if you're Bumgarner.
1-2.
Another wasted pitch, and that's just an easy take. You hate to give up those counts when you can throw a pitch to your location, but you want to make them inviting. You want to have that hitter go out of the strike zone and chase your pitch. And that last one up and away, it's just too easy of a take.
You saw Neil Walker, who's on deck. Blanco going back into fairly deep center. This will get a run home. Heading home is Harrison to make it 1-0, and going to third is Mercer. Sanchez, after falling initially behind 0-2, ends up hitting a long sacrifice fly. 1-0 Pirates. And now Neil Walker will come up. That's the first out of the inning. Neil Walker's got 15 home runs, and one of the best hitting second basemen in the league at .279 average, .352 on base percentage. But most of his power has been as a left-handed hitter. Only 1 home run batting right-handed. That's in foul ground, and we can get to that one in the visiting bullpen. Strike 1. Brandon Crawford in for a brief chat with Bumgarner.
I think he went in there and said, have him hit a ground ball to me. We'll turn a double play and get out of this inning, giving up 1. And I'll get you something to drink when we get back to the Kool-Aid station.
Well, Bumgarner's worked hard. This is his 24th pitch of the inning right now. Up the middle, base hit.
And now it's a 2-run inning. Jordy Mercer scores from second base. McCutchen stops at second. Mercer scores the second run from third base, and the score is now 2-0.
So now Buster Posey is going to come out and talk to Bumgarner. The one thing you do not want to do to your offense when it's been struggling. You mentioned when you're 6-19 at your home field, your last 25 games, and you're hitting 227 as a team, you don't want to get too far down in a ball game.
Russell Martin, the catcher, coming up now. Well, Bumgarner has had an issue with a big inning in most of his home games, but usually in about the 4th or 5th inning after getting off to a good start. And there's ball 1 to Russell Martin. 2 runs already in for the Pirates here. They've had 2 singles and 2 walks within the span of the first 5 hitters. Martin hitting 6th in the order. Martin hitting .284, 5 home runs, and an on-base average over 400. He did not get the call that time. Bumgarner is a little upset about it.
When you're struggling, you're looking for help, and Reynolds is not the guy who's going to give you much help, especially on the corners.
McCutchen at second. You got to be mindful of him. And now it's 3-0. So he's one wide one away from his 3rd walk of the inning. 27 pitches thrown in this first inning already for Bumgarner. Facing a team that he's had a history of doing well against. He's had a 1.71 lifetime ERA against the Pirates. That's 3-1.
Well, he definitely looks like a different pitcher tonight than what we saw him in his last start in Philadelphia. He was very precise, very economical in the amount of pitches he would throw in an inning. Tonight he has not been able to find that same release point.
3-1 and 3-2. There's the rookie, the very impressive Gregory Polanco on deck. We'll keep an eye on the runners here too. 3-2 the count with 1 out. There goes McCutchen, and that was the spin move. Bumgarner. He goes into right field, and he had it picked off, and ends up with the throwing error.
Wow. As soon as he turns around, he's got to get rid of the ball. Right here, you get rid of the ball right now, but he starts to run it back. Now he throws while moving towards the bag off his left foot, throws it right into the ground, and not much a Panic could do about catching that thing. I mean, I guess you have to say he did a good job at holding McCutchen to advance 90 feet and not 180.
There goes the runner from first. Up the middle, base hit. McCutchen will come in to score, and Walker goes to third. And the Pirates lead 3-0.
Well, that's going to bring out David Getty. I mean, he's going to try and calm down Bumgarner. 30 pitches into this inning, he's got 1 out. And the Pirates are looking like they're going to hit for a long time. And very quickly, the bullpen is going to get going. It's like Yusmeiro Petit's going to head down. And I mean, this is a red alert right now. It's get ready in a hurry. Because right now, Bumgarner's flat as a pancake.
That play, the play where they, at least for a moment, had McCutchen picked off. That's the idea of that play is basically, they call it the spin move, which is basically just in case the guy takes off on your first movement, then you've got him picked off.
And right now, you got to get rid of it. I mean, he looked like he never ever picked up Panic. He kept his vision on McCutchen.
So here is the young Polanco. And the 94-mile-an-hour fastball inside for ball one. Polanco, only 22 years old, from the Dominican Republic, Santo Domingo. And this guy has been considered one of the great young prospects in the minor leagues for a while. Got off to a great start in the big leagues and then really tailed off. It's into a medium right center. Breaking for the plate. Walker, the throw in. Not in time. And Posey lost the ball, and that sees Russell Martin then take off for second. So it is 4-0 Pirates. Polanco with the sacrifice fly.
Well, somebody's got to eat up an air here. And Russell Martin to advance from first to second. Thought for a chance with the momentum of the play coming so hard into the fly ball. The way that Hunter pitched Connor, I thought they'd have a chance at Walker. Throws a 2-hop strike. Now they can't find the ball. And this is where an error is going to be given.
You can see there, really, Buster never really quite had control of that ball, but the official score will charge Buster with the error. And here is Brent Morel, the 8th hitter of the inning. 4 runs are in for the Pirates. And it's not unusual this season, or it has not been, for Bumgarner to have an inning like this, but it is unusual for him to have it. And when we say have an inning like this, we mean at home. It is unusual for him to have one right away in the first inning like this. That's what's, I think, been sort of puzzling. He'll be moving along and doing well, and then all of a sudden in the 4th or 5th inning there's a 4 or 5 run rally against him. But tonight it hits right away. Martin at second, and it's 1-2. That was the 35th pitch of the inning.
It was kind of a curveball that he got underneath, kind of goosed it up there. Well, he's not in the same type of an arc slot that he was in Philadelphia. I mean, it's been the problem tonight.
Still 1-2. Brent Morel, who is in his 6th game, originally with the Chicago White Sox. Just recalled Wednesday from AAA ball, Indianapolis, where he hit .246 this year with 3 home runs. 2-2. The pitcher, Worley, is on deck. And there's Petit, who started warming up a while ago, so it looks like he's ready. As Bumgarner tries to end the inning. This is his 38th pitch. Will go on.
Morel out of Cal Poly, San Luis Obispo. Kid from Bakersfield, went west to the Harvard of the West. Originally came up with the White Sox. Now he's getting a chance to play in the National League.
2-2. And that will go back out of play. So Morel would agree with the Harvard of the West.
Yep.
As would any former Cal Poly student. But so you kind of, if you didn't know already, where Mike Krukow matriculated as a collegian at the Harvard of the West, of course.
Absolutely. Proud to be a Mustang, partner.
Still 2-2.
40 pitches for Bumgarner here in the first inning.
He's thrown 8 of those 40 just to Brent Morel, who has fouled off 5 in this trip to the plate. So 2-2.
You get into a long inning like this, and it just seems like everything you do is wrong. Every idea you have is not the right one. Every ball that gets hit, it's just away from a glove. It finds a hole, and you just start talking to yourself as to how do I get out of this inning? If I could just get out of the inning, everything would be okay. It'll work out. But it's getting out of the inning that it gets tough.
A little squibber over to Morris, and at long last, the inning is over. But before they ever come to the plate, the Giants are down by 4. Here in the first inning at AT Park. And here's the Giants batting order presented by Audi. Truth in engineering. Hunter Pence leads off in right field. Joe Panic back in there. Second base. Buster Posey the catcher. Pablo Sandoval, who's had some success in his career against the Pirates, a .310 lifetime average. Michael Morse first base. Tyler Colvin left field. Gregor Blanco center field, and Brandon Crawford, the shortstop, hits 8. Bumgarner, the pitcher, batting 9th against the Pirates right-hander Vance Worley.
Take a look at the numbers for Worley. This will be his 7th start of the year. They got him from Minnesota. Worley out of McClatchy High School in Sacramento. 6'2", 230-pounder in his 3rd year. 3-1 on the year with a 3.10 ERA. He's always had a nice feel of the strike zone. 27 strikeouts against 7 walks. You're going to see a low 90s fastball. He will sink. He will cut. Got a big curveball, slider, changeup. He'll mix it up. And when he's right, you'll see a lot of ground balls.
Hunter Pence has only had 2 hits in his last 20 at bats. Ball 1. Now Worley went to spring training with the Minnesota Twins. He had been traded by the Phillies to Minnesota before last season in the deal that sent Ben Revere, the Phillies center fielder, there off to the National League. There's a called strike, and it's 1-1. And then near the end of spring training this year, they ended up trading him to the Pirates. The Pirates sent him off to AAA ball. And a check swing. That breaking ball down and away. It's 2-1. He's not faced the Giants in a couple of years.
A very compact motion, John. You can see why he's got such great command. He didn't have a lot of arm action and control.
There's Mercer. One away.
Let's take a look at that defense that Pittsburgh will employ tonight behind Worley. Starting in the outfield from left to right, it'll be Harrison, McCutcheon, and Polanco. Mercer and Morel will be on the left side of the infield. Walker and Sanchez on the right side. Russell Martin will be in the squad putting down the signs.
Joe Panic, he twisted his ankle in Philadelphia the other day. But back in there for the first time as a starter since then, and he takes a called strike. Worley as Mike mentioned, out of C.K. McClatchy High School in Sacramento. Named for the grandfather of the former owner of the Pirates, Kevin McClatchy. There's a foul off to the left, and the count is 0-2.
Well, Kevin McClatchy was the guy that really was instrumental in getting the Pirates their beautiful field, PNC Park in Pittsburgh, one of the most spectacular fields in all of baseball.
Good eye there by Paddock, and it's a ball and 2 strikes.
Good miss, nice 0-2 pitch. And the guys have chased that one.
And that'll go out of play off the left field line.
Take a look at the right ankle as it hits the bag. It rolls over, and this is what put Paddock on the shelf for the last 3 or 4 days. And not an injury that would put you on the DL, but really has not been able to do a whole lot because of it.
Right to Neil Walker. And 2 men gone for the Giants here in the first inning. And that'll bring up Buster Posey. Dodgers do not play tonight. They have a day off. They left town after the sweep of the Giants, a game and a half ahead of them atop the National League West. Buster Posey hitting .280, 12 homers, 54 driven in, and a .343 on base average. 2 down, nobody on. And that's right in there for a called strike. Buster hit a home run here last night in the 5th inning that brought the Giants back to within a run. But that was their last run. That was in the 5th inning of the game.
Well, it's our BMW Drive, the ultimate drive machine at BayAreaBMW.com. Buster Posey off Ryu, the big lefty for the Dodgers on the 3-0 count. That's the first home run that Posey has ever hit, the 3-0 count. So Hyunjin Ryu was the victim. That's our BMW Drive of the game.
So it's 1 ball and 2 strikes to Buster Posey. Things have started poorly for the Giants in this one. The Pirates with a 4-run first inning. The Giants with 2 down, nobody on. Buster trying to get something started here with Pablo Sandoval on deck. And that's right to Neil Walker. And 3 ground ball outs for the Giants. Worley will be coming up against Bumgarner as we go to the 2nd.
We'd like to take a minute to congratulate the National Baseball Hall of Fame as it celebrated its 75th anniversary this past weekend. Its 2014 class of inductees of players and managers included Greg Maddux, Frank Thomas, Tom Glavine, of course, managers Tony La Russa, Bobby Cox, and Joe Torre. John, I know you were back there, and I don't know if you can share any stories, but I bet there were some good ones.
Well, it was a huge crowd in town, and it was a great weekend. There's a ball foul off the right field line. I was there really just for Saturday as the winner of the Ford C. Frick Award this year, the broadcaster, the voice of the Texas Rangers, Eric Nadel, was receiving his honors on Saturday. So I went. He did the first game that he ever worked 35 years ago with me in Texas as Vance Worley bounces a foul. 2 strikes to count. Worley leading it off here in the second against Bumgarner. The top of the order coming up. Roger Angell, the great baseball essayist of the New Yorker, also won the Spink Award given to a writer annually, and Joe Garagiola won the Buck O'Neill Award for his great work away from the baseball field as Worley goes down on strikes. That is the first strikeout for Bumgarner in this game. But I love the story, and I wasn't there to hear it yesterday, but Bobby Cox sort of told a story on himself. It was sort of a self-deprecating remark. And he said Tom Glavine was on the mound and Chipper Jones was playing third base. And Bobby went out to the mound in the middle of the inning. A tough hitter was up, and he said, Tom, you want to pitch around this guy, or should we just go ahead and walk him intentionally? And Glavine says, well, if I walk him, where will we put him? And Bobby said he looked over. There's a runner at third, as he expected. There's a runner at second. He looked over at first. And there was also a runner at first.
Bases were loaded.
So the bases were loaded, and he said, if this ends up in the papers tomorrow, you're both fined $1,000. Well, apparently that was a foul ball. The plate umpire, Jim Reynolds, making the call. It's his call until the ball gets to the third base bag.
So after all these years, Bobby Cox turned himself in, huh?
He turned himself in. But anyway, it was a great weekend, and Roger Angell, the great baseball essayist from the New Yorker, and as you might expect, his speech it read like one of those essays. Beautiful job. He's 93 years old. And Eric Nadel in his speech kind of turned me in. He said that he credited me with helping him learn how to dress, the proper dress for a Major League Baseball radio broadcaster. And he described it as, he said, think Hawaiian Shriners Convention.
He nailed you. That's perfect.
I had to admit that he got that one very accurately. 1-2 the count to Josh Harrison. Still 1-2.
Felt got a piece of posing. Looked like got him in the left wrist. So you got him started, and he winds up in the Hall of Fame. You got to feel pretty proud about that. He's one of your proteges.
Well, I was very excited for him, and although I told him, I said, I really had nothing to do with any of the success you had. The guy who hired me, who then hired you, when he asked me about hiring you, I said, are you nuts? That's ridiculous. 2-2 the count. But I did do the first game he ever worked was with me, and it was an exhibition game at Terry Park in Fort Myers, the Texas Rangers and the Kansas City Royals. About the 8th or 9th inning, Kansas City brought in number 97 to play. That ball deep into left field, way back there. It is gone. Josh Harrison hits one out of the ballpark. His 7th home run of the year. It is 5-0 Pittsburgh. Oh, made it over the surfboard on the roof of the car out there.
Home run number 7 on the year for Harrison. You can see the location is up above the belt. And Harrison is a very good middle-in hitter. Says, I've been looking for that one, and this is what he does. And the troubles for Madison Bumgarner continue. And Cut Hurdle, the skipper of the Pirates, loving every bit of this. I mean, I guarantee you didn't expect to see 5 runs on the board against Bumgarner with 1 out in the second tonight.
Jordy Mercer, who singled his first time and scored a run, and a count of 0-1. Ball and a strike. But in that exhibition game, his first ever telecast, number 97 came in for Kansas City. I'm looking all over trying to figure out who he is and where he's from and all of that. And Eric had a whole yellow legal pad handwritten page on the guy. That's a base hit to left for Mercer. And I told him, I said, you're a little perhaps overqualified for this line of work. Have a whole handwritten page of the guy who may never see a big league diamond again. But he's an Ivy Leaguer, and he prepared for it as if it was his master's oral. So, and he's been preparing pretty much the same way ever since. So congratulations to Eric Nadel as Petit heads down to the bullpen again. Andrew McCutchen, and it's 0-1. Joe Garagiola was not able to receive his award, the Buck O'Neill Award, in person. As he said on the videotape that he sent, his brain surgeon would not allow him to fly back to Cooperstown. So Joe has been through so many surgeries and physical ailments, but his speech was great, as you would expect from Joe Garagiola. He said he had 3 goals in life when he was a kid. When he first got his first professional contract, to make the Hall of Fame, to sleep one night in the White House, and whatever the third one was, something along those lines. And that ball is foul off the right field line. But he said when he started playing professional baseball, he realized how great Yogi Berra was and how great so many other players were. And Yogi grew up right across the street from him in St. Louis. And he said, I was hoping to be in the Hall of Fame, and I realized I'm not even the best player on my own block. I think things turned out well for him, though, overall. Michael Morris, the win. Whoa, what a play by Morris. Joe Panik was right alongside, but Morris, that looked like it was going to be fairly easy until right near the end of it.
Well, Dwayne Kuiper calls it the pop-up dance, and this is a pretty spectacular version of the pop-up dance. Right here, he's thinking, okay, I got this one. And right about here, Panik is setting in, and it winds up being a spectacular play. It's one where you don't even know how you did it once it all gets done. Nice.
So McCutchen is retired. Now Gabi Sanchez, the cleanup man. Petit warming up in the bullpen. A run is in. The Pirates lead 5-0 here in the second inning.
It's just been a struggle all night, and he's been behind the count a bunch. And when he has got in the strike zone, it's been up. It's just totally different from the Bumgarner we saw in Philadelphia, where he was in command of everything, and there was a lot of extra life and extra hop on his stuff. Tonight, it has been flat.
2-0 the count to Sanchez, who hit a long sacrifice fly his first time. Pablo in shallow left field, now in foul territory. He gets through it, but after a 42-pitch first inning, that's another 21 pitches here in the second. 5-0 Pittsburgh.
By Foxit, providers of fast, affordable, and secure PDF solutions. May the 5th in the 13th inning, and Machi laid down this bunt with a couple of men on, and the throw got away at first base. And Hunter Pence, who started out at second base there, came around to score what proved to be the winning run. Put the Giants ahead 11-10, and then Machi, who almost never gets a chance to bat, not only laid down the great sacrifice bunt, but got a little extra break as well, and then went back to the mound the last of the 13th and recorded the final 3 outs, and he got the win in that one. And he has not won a game since, by the way, although I don't think he's concerned about that. A lot of times relief pitchers would just soon not get a win, like to get the save or the hold or whatever. But Machi got the win in that one, and that made his record 5-0. And it still is. With the count 0-1 to Pablo Sandoval, now the Pirates go into the full-fledged overshift with 3 infielders to the right of second. Pablo shows bunt. There's nobody at third base. So Pablo thought maybe he'd push one down, but that ball out of the strike zone. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Why not? You're down 5 runs. You need base runners, especially in a leadoff situation. I like it.
Jordy Mercer, the shortstop, is still at shortstop. They made the third baseman move. Pablo fouls one.
Just a little cut running in on the hands. You see a lot of those from Morley.
Brent Morel is now to the right of second. And Neil Walker is the one playing out in shallow right field. There's Walker at number 18. 1-2. And 2-2 for Vance Worley.
Trying to elevate. It's just about to the glove of Russell Martin, the way he set his target high. Martin's a good receiver. He's always been a very nice target to throw to.
And really, that's why the Pirates wanted him. They felt that it was very key for their young pitching staff. Last year, a lot of the key guys, young guys. And they really wanted somebody that was a veteran, that was known for handling a pitching staff well. Now it's a full count to Pablo.
So they went above the strike zone, he laid off. They went down below in the dirt, and he lays off. So now with a 5-run lead, leadoff hitter, 3-2 count, he's got to just say, here, hit it. This has got to be in the strike zone.
And right to shortstop, Mercer. And that's all for Pablo. That's the 4th consecutive ground ball out induced by Worley.
Well, Tuesday, August 12th is Jerry Garcia Tribute Night presented by McAfee. Your special event package will include a limited edition Jerry Garcia Giants themed T-shirt. I want to get that. I want to get that. I want to get that. And a game ticket. See the Giants take on the White Sox. A portion of proceeds from every special event ticket will benefit the REX Foundation. Reminder: to receive the Jerry Garcia Tribute Night T-shirt, you need to purchase the special event ticket. So go to sfgiants.com/special events ticket.
Michael Morris just missing. 1 ball and no strikes. Arizona playing at Cincinnati tonight, and that game is in the top of the 14th inning at the Great American Ballpark, tied at 1. Ball and a strike to Morris.
Worley pitching his game, John. He's a guy that has to be on the corners. He has the type of an arm slot and type of a release that allows him to do that. Very compact delivery. Has always been a guy that is a strike throwing machine. But he's going to mix it up. That's how he has to beat you. I know the score's 5-0, but in his mind it's 1-0.
One and 2 now to Michael Morris. Morris, who has hit only 1 home run since June the 5th. He was among the league leaders in home runs at that time. But the home runs have disappeared. He's only hit the 1 since. 14 overall, 47 driven in. Strike 3 call.
They set the target way outside. They come back door with a little two-seam fastball, and that is a pitcher strike, and that is a rough at bat. First strikeout for Worley. One thing you'll see with Russell Martin, when he gets an advantage 0-2, 1-2, he'll really stretch that target wide. And he did there, and he got away with it.
So here's Tyler Colvin. 2 down, nobody on. The Giants down 5-0. Colvin hitting .230 with 2 home runs. And now Sanchez with Worley covering for the out. And Worley is making it look easy here in the first couple of innings. 5-0 Pirates. Focus brought to you by the X1 Entertainment Operating System, only from Xfinity, bringing TV and internet together like never before. Giants right-hander in the minor leagues, Kyle Crick, with the Richmond Flying Squirrels in AA. 18 starts, 6-5 with a 3.09 earned run average and an 81 2/3 innings, 98 strikeouts, second most in the Eastern League. He's only 21 years old. Kyle Crick, a name to remember, making his way up through the Giants farm system. Ball 1 to Neil Walker, the 5th place hitter for the Pirates, leading it off here in the 3rd inning against Bumgarner. Walker singled home a run his first time. Switch hitter, fouling one back into the second deck right beneath us, and it's a ball and a strike. Now, Mike, you were talking about Bumgarner and the difference between his start so far tonight and how well he pitched in Philadelphia the last start, but you also pointed out that he had that 1-hour rain delay, and that can take it out of you beyond what the box score shows. And certainly there seems to be plenty of evidence of that being the case with him tonight. The guy he faced that night, who also went through that 1-hour rain delay, A.J. Burnett, faced the Mets tonight in New York.
How'd he do?
Gave up 4 in the first.
Really is not that much of a surprise. It's amazing how sensitive your arm is. When you ask it to do something like start a game, then calm your arm down and cool off that shoulder, wait an hour, and then recrank it back up, yeah, you think, okay, I could do it. But where you pay for it is that you don't come back as fast as your next start. It's almost like you need an extra day.
That's how to play again. 1 ball, 2 strikes to Neil Walker.
And I really believe it's why we've seen the type of start we've seen tonight from Bumgarner. I mean, he's just not been crisp. He's been under a lot of pitches, and that's just fatigue in the shoulder.
1-2. Crawford, and he boots it. And still got him. With some help there from Michael Morris, who handled that one hopper.
That one hopper from Morris was not an easy play either. Stretched out trying to stay with a backhander that had some personality. And you can see him getting himself in position to go to the backhand, and gets rattled. Now he drops it to a bare hand, throws a little sling, and it's got sink on it. And Morris with a nice play to dig the swing out and save Crawford from an error. It's one of those plays when the inning's over, Crawford will go over to Morris and say, "Thanks for picking me up, big fella."
So he'll call him big fella. He won't call him meat. "Thanks for picking me up, meat."
No. You don't call a guy that's got more time in the big leagues than you meat. Now he can call you meat.
Okay. So thanks for picking me up, big fella.
Big fella.
My pleasure, meat.
Yeah.
Okay, so that would work.
He could drop it on it. But usually you kind of shed the meat label after a guy's completed a year in the big leagues.
1-1 the count to Russell Martin. And that along the right field line, foul. And into the crowd. 1 ball, 2 strike. Beautiful night. The spectacular colors of the clouds overhead. Look at that. It's as if our camera people have brought a palette with them and are painting beautiful impressionistic artwork here as the game goes on.
You know what? Until you pointed it out to me, I didn't even see it. I couldn't get past the 5-0 on the scoreboard. My tunnel vision was preventing me from seeing this beautiful sunset. And you're right. The hills on the other side of the bay, sun reflecting off the big picture windows.
Panic. He got him. Another nice job this time by Joe Panic.
Indeed, nice play. Well, if you ever wanted to own a piece of Candlestick Park, you could do it. The historic seats from the former home of the Giants and the Niners are on sale for $749 a pair. And for limited time, fans can also purchase seats autographed by Candlestick Park legends. Willie Mays, Joe Montana, Mays and McCovey, Montana, Dwight Clark, McCovey and Will Clark, and others. So check it all out at sfgiants.com/Candlestick Memories.
And that picture of Candlestick, that's the way it looked when I was a kid, when I first went to Candlestick when I was 10 years old, 1962. They had not turned it into 49er Stadium yet. It's really a baseball park. Then they enclosed it for the 49ers. It sort of changed things a little bit. Gregory Polanco and a foul tip. And quickly behind Bumgarner, 0-2. And there it is. As it is in its final days. Is it? Well, maybe not final days.
Maybe so. I mean, outside of the McCartney concert, I don't know too many events that are being planned out there.
Strike 3 call. Bumgarner has his best inning of the game. 14 pitches and out. 3 up, 3 down. Joe Panic with a nice play to take one away from Russell Martin. Right over to Morris. Plenty of time. on your smartphone for great deals on the food you love at participating McDonald's. From AT Park, I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow. The Giants trailing 5-0. Things have started out very poorly for the Giants. They do have. Hey, hi. Nice to see you. I guess the positive note for the Giants is it's only the third inning. They've got 7 innings of at-bats to try and make up those 5 runs.
Yeah, you're right. Down 5, but lots of time to get it back. But they need to start making a little noise. Let Vance Worley and the Pirates know they're out there. Have a look at the beautiful sunset. Still a great ballpark to take a walk around. And there's a new addition to the ballpark behind the center field wall, the Garden. And you do not need a ticket to get in there. Open to everybody in the ballpark.
I went out there, had a good look when we got back from one of the recent road trips. And it really is impressive. Gregor Blanco tries to bunt, but it goes foul. Strike 1.
I'd like to see him try and do that once a game. The more you do it, the better you get at it.
Sometimes he'll square around as if he's bunting, and then he's just bluffing. And then that's the end of it. This one he actually laid down, but it went foul.
Plus, he also has a reputation that once he tries, he doesn't try and do it again. And infielders and opposing managers know that.
One strike to count.
I mean, every once in a while, you bunt a first pitch foul, get back up, and go back and bunt it again. Let him think that you'll do it any time.
And that can help you even when you're not bunting that part of your game. As they move in, they open up the holes a little bit wider. The first baseman now is backed up. And that's a foul off the left field side. Javi Sanchez backed up 20 feet but just before that pitch was thrown. 5-0 Pirates. We're in the last of the third. Brandon Crawford on deck, and Bumgarner due up third in the inning. Curveball, strike 3 call.
With that outside corner, big curveball that Blanco gave up on. Second strikeout, both by called strike 3s. Bang. Dropping right in the basket.
So here's Brandon Crawford. And Crawford have most of the Giants been struggling here lately. Buster Posey hit a home run last night. That ball is drilled but right to Morel, out number 2.
That's the at bat right there that wears on a whole bench. When you're down 5 run, you're looking for an igniter, somebody that has get a nice crisp, loud line drive base hit, and you get it and it gets caught, and it just absolutely takes the wind out of your sails. This is a good at bat. Right on the button. And Morel had to take a half a step, and you can see the frustration on the face of Brandon Crawford.
Now Bumgarner. Ball 1. Well, and you have to give the Pirates a tip of the cap for the positioning, because Morel was, 30 feet off the third base line right there. And Morel comes over, so does Martin, and Martin runs out of room. One ball, 1 strike. Hunter Pence got out of his way. That one right over toward the Giants on deck circle.
There you see the patch on the chest protector, signifying that Russell Martin was a Gold Glover. They get the Gold Rawlings patch. I think it's very cool, just a little subtle way to say that he is a special defensive player.
So is that only because he won it last year, or does he get that if he won it 4 years ago, he gets it every year after that? Or?
You win it one time, you can wear it the rest of your career.
Okay.
Gold Glove is a Gold Glover. You only have to make one All-Star team to be an All-Star.
So if you win 4 Gold Gloves, they don't put 4 of those plaques on there.
No, but they should. That's a good idea. I like that.
Yeah, I'm always thinking, Mike. 2 down, nobody on. And a 2-1 count to Bumgarner. 2-2. Bumgarner with a .261 batting average. You got a .500 slugging percentage, which is the best in the club. 3 home runs and 46 at bats. Hunter Pence hoping to bat on deck. And that's strike 3 call. Jets have not had a base runner. 9 up, 9 down for Worley. On to the 4th. Modelo break of the game brought to you by Modelo Especial. Discover the Especial. Made the 6th in Pittsburgh. Starling Marte, and that wide throw in the last of the 9th inning, heading home, and the umpire called him out. However, there was a replay review, and the call was overturned, and the game ended with a win for the Pirates, 2-1. The Giants were kind of stunned by that one, as you might expect. It was a triple for Marte, and then on the throwing error by the second baseman, Adrianza, he ends up scoring only after the replay review. And I think all of us thought that ultimately they got the call right. The Giants, though, did request some specific information about the methodology, because they thought from the shots that they'd seen that could well have ended up being one of those inconclusive replays. And they got the answer, and they triangulated the replay. They used 3 different camera angles and used Marte's helmet starting to fall off as the counter in terms of putting all 3 of the cameras, knowing that they were at the same time, as that the helmet fell off at the same time. So anyway, it was interesting to figure, and I wondered if maybe that's something that those umpires in New York had figured out as time went on too. Hunter Pence on the run, and that's all for Morel. Brent Morel is now 0 for 2.
Well, that replay was painful, but in the end they got the play right, and that was early on in the season, and it really it gave credibility to the replay. We were all wondering how it was going to all play out, but I mean, it's plays like that make a big difference. Obviously, it cost the Giants a loss. But I think the replay has been a big hit this year. I think it's something that was overdue, and I think that for the most part they've done a nice job getting it right.
Everybody still has questions, and there's still been complaints about aspects of it. Pablo Sandoval. Worley really hit that one sharply, but there was Pablo.
sort of off balance, reaches out, strong hands it. Good at bat. That was a bullet. And the Panda didn't have to go too far to get it. And that's a good thing, because a ball hit that hard, you don't have a lot of range.
So 2 down, and leadoff man Josh Harrison. And he has been a big time star for the Pirates in this game so far. He started that 4-run first inning rally with a walk, and then he homered in the second inning. 0-1 the count. Bumgarner has retired 7 straight Pirates. And there's Harrison. He's on base again. And if memory serves, Harrison looked a lot like this when the Giants played them in Pittsburgh. This is the home run he hit in the second.
They set up in the inside corner. I mean, that really was to the glove, and he stays inside it, knocks it right out over the Woody in left field. Home run number 7, a solo shot, but he is seeing the ball big right now against Bumgarner.
Jordy Mercer, the number 2 hitter, the shortstop. He's 2 for 2 in the game. We'll see how the Giants play him defensively. And there's ball 1. Bumgarner, that was pitch number 85 of the night for Bumgarner. Only pitching here in the 4th inning, but he had 42 pitches in the first inning alone and 63 at the end of the second inning.
A lot of work out of the stretch, too.
The 42 pitch first inning, by the way, if you were wondering, that's the most pitches in any inning Bumgarner has ever thrown in his career. That's a called strike, 1-1. He had a 41 pitch inning 3 years ago against the Padres. Vogelsong had a 44 pitch inning at Coors Field back on April the 21st. And I think his experience ultimately in that game is more what you tend to see when guys have such laborious first innings like Bumgarner had tonight, because Vogelsong ended up being knocked out of the box in the second inning of that game. Giants lost to Colorado 8-2, and it was Vogelsong's shortest start ever. Bumgarner now into the 4th inning. 2 down, runner at first. And it's 3-1.
Well, the last thing he wants to do is walk Mercer and set it up for the guy on deck. Andy McCutchen is one of the more opportunistic hitters. When you provide opportunity, like Bumgarner is on the verge of providing.
Foul ball, 3-2. The Giants are going to get the bullpen going again. There goes Yusmeiro Petit.
It'll be his 3rd hump. I mean, he's thrown as many pitches in this game as Bumgarner has.
Bumgarner about to throw pitch number 90. 3-2 the count. Morris with 2 down and a 3-2 count will stay in the bag at first with Harrison. And there goes the runner. Right center field. Plenty of room out there for Hunter Pence. Top of the order coming up. Pence, Panic, and Posey.
disabled list with a concussion, and Bruce Bochy told us before the game that he finally feels good, guys. He had to go through one more evaluation. If he gets through that, he gets to begin exercising tomorrow. No date has been set for when he can start taking swings, but Bruce Bochy was hopeful that if all goes well, Belt will be able to join the team and be activated on this upcoming road trip. Mike and John.
All right, thanks, Amy. And in fact, just before game time, the information we were given is that he passed the concussion test and he can begin his workouts here. So this just in. Hector Sanchez also had a concussion test and failed the test, so he'll have to wait at least another 3 or 4 days. Hunter Pence with a count of 1 ball and no strikes. Pence grounded out to short his first time. Giants have not had a base runner against Vance Worley. They're down by 5 runs. And that's back out of play.
Yeah, it has absolutely been all Pittsburgh and all Vance Worley. 9 up, 9 down. So this becomes a very important time through the lineup for the Giants, down 5-0, especially when they get their leadoff hitter, Pence, to lead off the inning.
2-1. Also news from Arizona today about Angel Pagan. And he was going to do a full pregame workout in Arizona, getting closer to clearing himself to be able to go to the minors for a rehab assignment. There's Mercer. And Pence twice has grounded out to Mercer. 1 away. Fans, the NBC Bay Area Investigative Unit, led by Chief Investigative Reporter Tony Kovaleski. It's an award-winning team of 15 journalists dedicated to holding the powerful accountable. The investigative unit on NBC Bay Area. They investigate. Petit. We're doing our own little investigating here. Keeping a close eye on the bullpen, we just noticed. Petit just started to warm up again. Nice play by Mercer to get Joe Panic.
Oh, Mercer's got good range. He had an opportunity to show it there. Jody Mercer really has solidified this Pirates infield. Nice play. I mean, when it's all said and done, it's not even close. Watch how quickly he gets his feet set up on the 360. He just hops right to his back foot and fires a strike. That's a great play. Watch one more time. Hop, plant, throw. Beautifully done.
Buster Posey, 2 down, nobody on. That's 11 outs recorded by Worley, and 7 have been on ground balls. Buster grounded out his first time. This one in the air. Over in right center field. Polanco started back, comes in for the catch. That's a very quick inning for Vance Worley. 7 pitches and out. On to the 5th inning. McCutchen coming up.
The Dodge Challenger. Visit Dodge.com or your local dealer today. The Giants are trailing 5-0, and we saw Petit warming up while the Giants batted in the 4th inning, and sure enough, Petit has come in. Bumgarner alongside Ryan Vogelsong in the Giants dugout, and things were just not right for Bumgarner from almost the first pitch of the night.
Well, you're right. And now he hands the ball to Yusmeiro Petit, making his 29th appearance, 3-3 with a 4.11 ERA. Nice strikeout walk ratio, averaging over a strikeout an inning. Always an indicator of what type of stuff you have. And for Petit, you're going to see high 80s, occasional low 90 fastball. He will cut, he will sink it. He's got a nice curveball slider combination with a changeup.
Andrew McCutchen. And the count 1-1 strike. McCutchen is walked and fouled out to first.
But you see it so often when you ask a pitcher to stray from his routine and pitch with 3 days rest. And yeah, he could do it, but then the next start you kind of pay for it. Next couple of starts you might pay for it. And likewise, when you ask a starter to start a game, stop for an hour after a rain delay, and then start it back up again, hey, he may be pitching great that night, but his next start, arm doesn't come back quite as quickly as it normally would, even with 4 days rest. And I think that was the case. And as you pointed out, A.J. Burnett, who opposed Bumgarner in Philadelphia that night, he had a rough start in the year tonight, gave up 4 runs in the first, so it affected him in the same way.
There's Pence, plenty of room. And McCutchen is retired, 1 away. McCutchen now in Pittsburgh, right field is the home run porch. And that one, depending which way the wind was blowing, hit in Pittsburgh this time of year. It might have threatened the wall, or it might have been something good for McCutchen.
He had a chance.
And I think that look at his face was kind of we see that a lot from guys from out of town.
Yeah.
Saying, wait a minute, I thought I hit that one pretty well.
Just got AT&T'd.
Javi Sanchez, it's 0-1.
This tight little slider. So the assignment for Yusmeiro Petit, work quick, get your team back in that dugout, throw some zeros on the board, give him a chance to come back. He, I think, has the toughest job on that pitching staff. When you're the swing man, long reliever, and occasional spot starter, that's tough to do. And there's a reason for that. When you have to start, you have to be responsible for 75 pitches. I mean, you have to have that in your arm, the ability to throw 75. And when you go on the shelf, when you're in the bullpen and your rotation gets hot, well, the one man doesn't pitch. There'll be times where you go 8, 9, 10 days without pitching. Now all of a sudden, boom, a starter goes down. You've got to pick up a start. You have to have 75 pitches in your arm. But when you don't throw for 8 or 9 or 10 days, you lose that strength in your shoulder. You can lose that strength in your shoulder. Good 0-2 pitch. So it's up to you to get. You have to stay sharp. You have to stay strong and keep that strength in there. And that is not an easy task.
So, and that's something he's got to do. He's got to take it upon himself to do that. That's the role.
That's his job.
1-2. He struck him out. 2 down. And I will say for Bumgarner, because things just could hardly have looked worse for him than in that first inning. And then he gave up the home run with 1 out of the second inning to Harrison. And really from that point on, Bumgarner kind of settled in. He seemed to find himself there for a while. I think ultimately then the pitch count got him. After 4 innings, he was at 90 pitches thrown. And I think they just want to make sure they take care of their prized young pitchers, Madison Bumgarner. Neil Walker, who has singled home a run and grounded out to short. Switch hitter now batting left-handed. It's a ball and a strike. Walker, probably if he'd been playing in New York, it'd be a whole different story. We'd all have Neil Walker stories. We'd know all about him. But playing in Pittsburgh, I don't think he gets enough appreciation around baseball, because he's put up some excellent numbers as a second baseman. He's one of the best hitting second basemen in the league.
Well, you're right. I mean, he's got the type of game that would definitely draw a lot of applause in a big city. But you have to also remember that it took him a long time to develop. I don't know of many big cities that would have had the patience that Pittsburgh did to allow him to develop. I mean, he's a good pro, he's a good player, but it took him a long time to reach his potential. And you have to credit the Pittsburgh Pirates for hanging in there with him.
Rips that one to center. Here's Blanco. And a 3-up, 3-down inning for Petit. Sandoval, then Morse coming up.
Toyota has something for everyone. Hurry in and save big on 15 models like the redesigned Corolla and fuel-efficient Prius. Toyota, let's go places.
And the classic view through the Golden Gate from the Marin Headlands, Fort Cronkite. If you've never gone over there for an outing, it's well worth the time. You go through the one-way tunnel to get out there. There's a beautiful beach, great hiking. And there are ruins there from the World War II era.
Been out there. Still have gun turrets out there. They had cannon out there that could shoot 5 miles into the sea, they said.
So it's still there. It's not quite like, say, the walking through the Forum in Rome. These ruins are not quite 2,000 years old.
No.
But hey, we don't know the difference. Pablo Sandoval, base hit. And that's the Giants' first hit and first base runner against Worley. And the Giants need a few more of those now.
Setting up on that inside corner, and it lays out high. And the Panda just yanks it right in the hole between first and second. And for the first time tonight, Vance Worley is going to have to pitch out a stretch.
Michael Morse will come up. So we'll see how he does out of the stretch here. He was doing awfully well out of the windup. Michael Morse was called out on strikes his first time. 0-1, foul ball. 5 runs, 6 hits for the Pirates. The Giants just getting their first hit and first base runner. The one that's really kind of astonishing to me, the Giants, now they just faced 4 outstanding starters in a row. But Buster Posey's home run in the 5th inning last night is the only extra base hit the Giants have had in any of those 4 games. That's out of play. No doubles, no triples, and that one home run. The Giants had the 3 straight games without any extra base hits at all. And that's the first time that any Giants team has done that since 2002, 12 years ago.
Well, it's especially bad against the Pirates in regards to the long ball, because they've now gone 55 innings against the Giants without giving up a home run in this ballpark.
And there goes Mercer. And wow, what a double play. And Neil Walker took that little shovel right from the glove of Mercer and somehow kept his foot on the bag And while he was starting to fall over, doubled up Michael Morris.
A little glove flip and an off-balance throw from Walker, and I think that's the part of the play that makes it spectacular. Off balance, toe touching the bag, still wheels and fires, a chest-high strike over to Gabby Sanchez. I mean, this is just brilliant defense. And the Pirates have been putting on a show behind Worley tonight in support with the glove. What a play.
Just like that, 2 down, nobody on. Here is Colden. We're back in center, McCutcheon. Plenty of room, though. And that ends up being, after a leadoff single, Worley ends up having a 5-pitch inning. On to the 6th. 5-0 Pirates.
Filipino Heritage Night presented by AT&T. Your special event package will include access to the Filipino Heritage Night pregame party, a pair of limited edition Filipino Giants texting gloves, and a game ticket to see the Giants take on the Philadelphia Phillies. Reminder, to receive the Filipino Heritage Night texting gloves, you need to purchase the special event ticket. Go to sfgiants.com/special events. 5-0 Pittsburgh as we head to the top of the 6th inning.
Russell Martin, the catcher, leads off. He has singled home a run and is grounded out to second. And it's a called strike. Well, the other game that was going finally ended in the 15th inning. The Diamondbacks beat the Reds 2-1 in 15. The Reds got a run in the second inning and had a 1-0 lead, but also had a runner thrown out trying to score on a base hit to center from second base. The runner tried to score from second, got thrown out, and they never scored again. 0-2 now to Russell Martin. Tough loss for the Reds. What are the Reds are like 1-7 or whatever it is now since the All-Star break, and they have fallen below 500. Going to the count to Martin. Polanco, the rookie, on deck as Petit misses with a curve. It's 1-2. Game 2 of the series tomorrow night. Tim Hudson for the Giants against Francisco Liriano, a left-hander, 7:15, and the day game Wednesday, Tim Lincecum up against Charlie Morton. There's Panic. Oh, came up right toward his midsection. Handled it cleanly, got his man, and that's 4 in a row, retired by Petit since he came on in relief of Bumgarner. 5-0 Pirates. Gregory Polanco has hit a sacrifice fly to right and has been called out on strikes. Polanco, 6 feet 4 inches tall, runs well. Left-handed hitter all the way. He was signed by the Pirates 5 years ago. He was 17 years old, signed in 2009. He's been making his way through their farm system. On the pop-up, Posey and Pablo, and it's Pablo. 2 down in foul ground.
1 pitch, 1 out.
So here comes Brent Morel. Yusmeiro Petit in his 29th game. He's had 6 starts. And Petit really has done an excellent job for the Giants out of the bullpen. And he's been hit or miss as a starter. He's had, on occasion, done well as a starter, but he's had several starts where he got knocked around quite a bit.
Yeah, he's doing a good job here tonight. And 1 pitch outs, those are gifts. Gifts from St. Gaylord, the patron saint of pitchers.
Not St. Gaylord of Perry.
Well, that's the same guy.
And it's 0-2. I did see both Juan Marichal and Gaylord Perry up at the Hall of Fame. And as always, Marichal just looked great. He looked like he could still put the spikes on and go out and pitch a couple of innings.
Gaylord, on the other hand,
Gaylord was looking good. Just he doesn't look like he can go out and pitch a couple of innings. That's all. 1-2 the count.
When you shake hands with Gaylord Perry, you better get in there when you're getting your grip, or he will take a finger off. And he's one of the strongest guys around. Still.
Nice hop there for Crawford. And another 3-down inning for Petit. He's retired 6 in a row since entering. Blanco, Crawford, and Petit due up. Last of the 6. Ball is brought to you in part by your Barracuda Networks. Cloud-connected security and storage solutions designed to simplify IT. Reclaim your network with Barracuda. Pirates 5, Giants nothing. Giants like to reclaim their offense here. Some Barracuda offense.
Well, you're right. They need a little shot in the arm here.
If only it was that simple. Just download it from the cloud.
Juan Gutierrez head down to the Giants bullpen. Pitcher spot comes up 3rd in this inning, so Yusmeiro Petit probably finished for the night.
So Gutierrez will get ready. There's Mark Gardner, the Giants bullpen coach. Vance Worley to Blanco, in for a strike. Blanco called out on strikes his first time. The outfield way over toward the left field line against Blanco. He laid down a bunt his first time that went foul. And then discarded the idea of a bunt after that. And quickly he's behind in the count, 0-2. Worley has made it look easy so far. And keep in mind, this is not really comfort to Giants fans to note this, but in his last start 6 days ago, it was against the Dodgers this past Tuesday. He went 7 innings, gave up 1 run and 4 hits to the Dodgers.
Yeah, he's throwing great.
Hit very softly up the third base side, and that is going to be a hit. It wasn't a bunt, but it was just as good as one. 60-foot base hit.
Actually, it's better than a bunt because this is a kind of a swing of the bat that kind of can demoralize a pitcher a little bit. Perfectly placed, swing and bunt, bite, and there it is. That is a big league knock.
And how often do you see a ball that bounces behind home plate? The first bounce was in foul ground, behind home plate, that ends up in fair ground, a base hit.
Never. First of the year.
That could be a record. So here's Brandon Crawford. It could have demoralized Crawford because he just scalded one his first time. Hit a shot, but instead of going to left field for a base hit, it went right into the glove of Brent Morrell, the third baseman, who again is playing him about 30 feet off the third base line. There you see it. The first baseman, Sanchez, on the bag with Blanco. There is McCutcheon. Blanco tagged and bluffed from first base, but McCutcheon hurried the ball back in. And that's really the way to do it. Right. Acts like he's taking over. Just get the ball back in. So now Tony Abreu will come up as a pinch hitter for Petit when the Giants place both Adrianza and Scutaro on the disabled list. When the team left Philadelphia, they brought up Dan Uggla from Fresno and Abreu. And it's interesting because Abreu had requested his release for the Giants when he was not brought up to the big leagues, and it was just recently that it occurred. And that curve misses for ball one. Abreu ended up going back with Fresno anyway, and then a few days later the Giants brought him up. He was hitting .281 at Fresno with 6 home runs in 64 games. He's a switch hitter. There goes Blanco. That pitch was called a strike, and Russell Martin throws out Blanco. Giants down by 5 runs, and Blanco gets caught trying to steal. I tell you what, if Abreu had swung at that pitch, he might have hit Russell Martin's right arm into the outfield.
Yeah, you're right. I mean, look at Martin really stand up early. I'm not sure if he tagged him. Out by a bunch. I think there was a missed sign there by Abreu. I think there was a hit and run on. I don't think this was a straight steal. Watch the foot. Oh, yeah, indeed he did tag him by a bunch. Jordy Mercer, nice job.
So 2 down, nobody on.
I mean, it's awfully difficult to steal off of Russell Martin if you have a pitcher out there who doesn't have a quick unload time out of the stretch. And Worley is very quick. Enough combination to try and do something with him on a straight steal. That's why I just don't think that it was a straight steal. I think there was a play on.
That foul ball ended up drilling Andrew Susac right in the backside. I thought somebody's supposed to be taking care of him out there.
Well, Taira Uematsu is there, but he was not like he could have gotten over there. Ball got on him so quick.
Gabby Sanchez. And the Giants have been shut out through 6. Worley to lead off as we go to the 7th. 48 Primera Edición, the Bay Area's only Spanish language morning news with live news, weather, and traffic. So tell your friends and watch Telemundo 48 Primera Edición weekdays from 5 to 7 a.m. 5 a las 7. 5-0. The Pirates leading the Giants as we head to the 7th inning here in San Francisco. And a new pitcher is in for the Giants, Juan Gutierrez. Or maybe we might start calling him Juan G.
Juan G. Take a look at what Juan G has done through 43 games. 1-2 with a 2.98 ERA. Just 49 base runners and 45 in the third with 31 strikeouts against 8 walks. Say, how does he do it? Low to mid-90s fastball with slider, curveball, changeup.
So Gutierrez, who has bounced around quite a bit, and he's put up some very representative numbers with the Giants this year. Vance Worley leads off against him. Gutierrez, who just turned 31 2 weeks ago today. First day of the All-Star break was his birthday. Been in the big leagues with Houston, the D-backs, Kansas City, and the Angels. That's out of play. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Well, he's found a home. He's been a nice piece of this Giants bullpen this year. I mean, he's been pretty consistent with what he's gone out there stuff-wise with every time he's towed the rubber.
Yeah, that breaking ball snaps in there for a called strike 2. 6 feet 3 inches tall, listed at 247 pounds. Gutierrez is from Puerto de la Cruz, Venezuela. Although he lives in Caracas now. And he gets a strikeout. He went right back to that breaking ball. 1 away.
All right, let's take a look at our Mazda speed pitch. Conviction, creativity, courage. This is the Mazda way. It is an 82-mile-an-hour curveball. See ya. And that's our Mazda speed pitch. This is a good one here. Whoop. Grab some pie and meat.
So now the leadoff man, Josh Harrison, and Bumgarner never did get him out. Harrison led off that 4-run first inning with a walk, and then he homered for the 5th run of the night in the 2nd inning and singled in the 4th. That's 0-1. Threw some power right by him.
Backs it up, another fastball, knee-high outside corner. Harrison, not a big guy. He's just 5'8", but built solid, 200 pounds. Small strike zone, and he covers it quite well.
0-2 the count to him. And another fastball. This one out of the strike zone, and Harrison takes it. 1-2. Chance of 2 more games after tonight on this homestand, and then they hit the road again for a while. Giants will open a 4-game series against the Mets in New York on Friday. Here's Blanco, and it's the first time that Harrison has been retired tonight. For comprehensive coverage of everything about the Giants, check out pregame live and postgame live before and after every Giants telecast on Comcast Sportsnet, authentic Bay Area sports. And after this game.
And after this game. Great time for chocolate sundae, hot fudge.
Jordy Mercer, and it's ball 1. Mercer's had 2 singles, and he hit a fly ball to right center his last time. 2 for 3. 5-0 Pirates. We're in the 7th. The Giants, who have only 2 hits in the game against Vance Worley, and both of the guys who got hits then got wiped out on the bases. One on a double play and one trying to steal. And perhaps on a busted hit and run play. 1-1 the count to Mercer.
Still can't get off the hot front Sunday. I'm trying to think of when is there a bad time to have a hot front Sunday. My mother-in-law used to have a pillow that says, "Life's short, eat dessert first." I always thought that made a lot of sense.
It's always been my credo.
I've been living that way ever since, folks.
Out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes now to Mercer, who's had a spectacular night in the field on top of his 2 hits. He looked like a Gold Glove shortstop in the field. 2 down, nobody on. Bumgarner went the first 4, charged with 5 runs, 6 hits. All 5 of the runs in the first 2 innings of the game. And that is strike 3 called. And you got him with the breaking ball. A couple of strikeouts in the inning for Gutierrez. Top of the order, Pence, Panic, and Posey.
The Pittsburgh Pirates have a 5-0 lead over your San Francisco Giants. And fans, you have a unique opportunity to own a piece of baseball history by buying a red or orange seat straight from Candlestick Park. Of course, the stick was home to the Giants for nearly 40 years, and now fans can buy a seat as is or autographed by special Bay Area athletes. Just go to www.sfgiants.com/candlestick memories, and proceeds from the seats benefit San Francisco Parks and Rec. Gentlemen.
All right, Amy, thanks. And Candlestick. So my first game there, 1962, my first ever Major League game. The Giants beat the Dodgers 19-8. Hunter Pence, who is 0 for 2 and a count of 0-1.
I was 12 years old. First time I ever saw a game at Candlestick. We had spent some time up in the High Sierra and coming back through Sacramento without air conditioning. It was about 104 degrees. It was pretty gnarly. But we were going to a baseball game. It was a day game, Giants against the Dodgers. So we showed up to go to the game at 1:05 or 1 o'clock, whatever, and had a T-shirt on, pair of shorts. I was good to go. And by the 5th inning, we were heading back to the car, get more clothes. But it was beautiful.
Well, that must have been a very unusual day then. Not.
Well, you saw some extreme temperature change.
A ball and 2 strikes to Pence. Well, I remember the first game I saw. We sat in the upper deck on the first base side, and somewhere around the 6th or 7th inning, I was using the binoculars a lot, and I realized
I had no feeling in my fingertips.
I think everybody that spent time in that ballpark has some stories like that.
Pence just hit a shot, but right to Mercer, the shortstop.
Yeah, that's kind of been the way the night has gone. Giants, who in the last 25 games have been averaging less than 3 runs a game. They were hitting at 220 as a team. Really struggled here offensively. And that, like tonight, they have been frustrated a lot. Every time they've hit the ball hard, it has found a glove. And you just have to grind through it.
Joe Panic. 1 ball and no strikes. Panic has grounded out to second and grounded out to shortstop. And Mercer made an excellent play to get him. And that ground ball is short. There's a strike, 1-1. Buster Posey on deck. Giants have 2 hits, but Worley has faced the minimum number of hitters. The 2 base runners both wiped out. 2-1. Worley was excellent against the Dodgers last Tuesday and has been as good, maybe even better, against the Giants tonight. Now it's 3-1. As you mentioned a couple of times, the Giants need base runners. Doesn't matter how they get one. 3-2.
Well, you're right. I mean, they just need to string together a hit, a walk, hit batsman, bloop, blast, anything. I mean, just keep the line moving. Phrase we always refer to. First time we ever heard it was from Bruce Bochy, but it really tells you what the Giants need to do, and they just have not been able to consistently do that. Not at home.
Ron Wotus alongside Bruce Bochy. Wotus, the bench coach. Full count to Joe Panic. Off the facing of the second deck. That's behind the plate. Still 3-2. And the Giants have not had many at-bats go this deep. Worley had only thrown 58 pitches in the first 6 innings. He's averaging less than 10 pitches thrown per inning. And that's a walk for Panic.
Nice at that.
By the way, Panic, only the second Giants hitter whose plate appearances lasted more than 5 pitches. Pablo Sandoval had a 7-pitch at bat back in the second inning. And now this one by Joe Panic. Panic just had a 10-pitch battle there. It's a called strike to Buster Posey.
The Warriors have been very efficient. A lot of quick outs, 3 pitches or less. And he's really throwing a dream game. And every time he does get a ball hit hard, he finds a glove. The Giants are not out of it. And they're in the right part of the order right now to make some noise.
Ball and a strike to Buster, who's grounded to second and flied out to right center. By the way, 8-pitch at bat for Joe Panic, just for the sake of the record. Pablo Sandoval on deck. 2 to Buster.
That's a good breaking ball. I mean, it's quick and it's got a straight down bite to it. Buster Posey's been locked in. And when you see him swinging the balls out of the strike zone, they are good breakers.
Well, that's how good Worley has been tonight. That's a double play ball. Walker to Mercer to Sanchez. And so for the 3rd inning in a row, the Giants get a man on base, and then that runner was wiped out on the bases. On to the 8th inning.
deals on the road. With approved credit, get 0% APR on 15 popular models like Camry, RAV4, and more. Toyota. Let's go places. Let's go places. Places, very hard word. Giants double plays. Only the Orioles in the American League have turned more double plays than have the Giants in all of Major League Baseball. And all the other teams bunched in around the Giants, all American League teams, the Red Sox, the Tigers, and the White Sox. Toyota, let's go places. There.
Well, that number's going to go up too with the addition of Jake Peavy and the staff. He gets a lot of ground ball double plays.
We got 2 of them last night, the first 4 innings of that game. Andrew McCutchen. It's been kind of a quiet night for McCutchen. Not that it's done the Giants any good. Pirates have 5 runs on the board anyway, but McCutchen is now 0 for 3 plus a walk.
1 pitch out, and it's a gift from St. Gaylord. Patron saint of pitchers.
So here now is Gabby Sanchez. Sanchez, the cleanup hitter, has hit a sacrifice fly. And he's also fouled out to third and struck out. In fact, this is now Ike Davis, I beg your pardon. So Ike Davis pinch hitting for Gabby Sanchez. Sanchez was 0 for 2 with the sacrifice fly in the first inning. Ike Davis, the former Met, got 7 home runs for the year.
No, they really changed the swing once Davis went from the Mets to the Pirates. If you remember Davis, I mean, he had an enormous hitch, and his front right leg would raise up, his knee would get real high, and his hands would drop below his knee. And it was very difficult for him to get that foot down in time. And what they've done is they've taken a lot of that leg lift out, a lot of the moving parts. They've softened up. They've done them more compact.
Three and 0 to Ike Davis. I think the Mets thought that, or a lot of people thought that Ike Davis was going to be a big time home run hitter after he hit 32 homers back in 2012. There's a strike and it's 3-1. But last year he just got into a terrible funk that lasted half a season. He got sent back to the minor leagues for 3 or 4 weeks. They brought him back up. He hit only 9 home runs the whole year in the big leagues. And they got off to a slow start with the Mets this year. They traded him back on April 18th. Along the left field line, Colvin on the run. Out number 2. And Gutierrez, after falling behind and 3-0, comes back to get Ike Davis. So here now is Neil Walker.
You know, hitches are timing mechanisms, but they can get big, and when they do, I mean, you just have a problem getting your foot down and getting your hands high in the proper position to start your swing. And if you're late as a hitter getting that foot down and getting your hands in proper position, you're not going to have a chance. And that's against a fastball. And when you start having to face a mixture of speeds and movement and location, you really have no chance. And that's what happened to Ike Davis.
Neil Walker, right center field, and Blanco. And that's 2 strong innings for Juan Gutierrez. 5-0 Pirates. Pablo Sandoval coming up. But Giants pregame live before Game 2 of this series when Tim Hudson faces Francisco Liriano. And we will be back with you on NBC Bay Area and the Giants Television Network Friday night, August the 15th at 7 o'clock for the Giants and the Fightin' Phils from AT&T Park right here in San Francisco. I'm John Miller with Mike Krukow. And here we go to the last of the 8th inning. The Giants have only 2 hits in this game. Vance Worley doing a pretty startling Clayton Kershaw impression here tonight as Ike Davis settles in at first base after pinch hitting for Gabi Sanchez. One of the Giants' 2 hits by this man, Pablo Sandoval. And Pablo got one of the 2 hits they had the other night against Kershaw. That was on Saturday. And there's ball 1. Only the 76th pitch thrown by Worley. And he continues to have faced the minimum number of hitters that it's possible to have faced in 7 innings. He only faced 21. And in the 5th inning, Sandoval hit a single, and then Morse grounded into a double play. In the 6th, Blanco hit a single, and he got thrown out trying to steal. And then Panic walked in the 7th, and he got wiped out on a Buster Posey double play. The Pirates going to the full-fledged overshift, and Pablo beats the shift with a base hit. Another hit for the Giants, their 3rd. All of their hits have led off an inning, but ultimately have led to nothing at all. As Michael Morse will come up.
Well, the pitch count very low for Worley. He's had 1 complete game in his career. And that complete game came against the Giants back in July of 2011.
Well, Vance Worley has only had 1 complete game in his career, and it was the first time he ever faced the Giants. Almost exactly 3 years to the day. The 3rd anniversary of that complete game victory over the Giants was 2 days ago. He pitched a complete game victory over the Giants in Philly back then. Morris to 3rd. 1 and no chance for Walker to double up Morris this time. As Pablo came in with a hard slide just to make sure.
You say this about Pablo Sandoval. If you're playing second base or shortstop and there's a pivot, he is going to be on you. And he comes right at you, and you are definitely feeling the heat. All legal, all very clean. Just good, hard-nosed baseball.
So Pablo forced out at second. Morel to Walker. Morse is aboard, and here is Colvin. And that's a called strike. Worley has had 2 wins and 1 loss against the Giants in his career. The only time the Giants beat him was the last time they saw him, which was in July 2 years ago. Giants won that game 7-2. They knocked him around. And right to Polanco in right field. And Morris back to first. So 2 down and Blanco. It's really stunning the Giants' lack of any extra base hit power at all. Not just home run, but doubles, triples, anything but singles. Only Buster Posey in the last 5 games has an extra base hit. That was when he hit the home run last night.
On a 3-0 count. Well, it's hard to explain. And I mean, they have all gone into a slump, it seems, at the same time.
So here is Gregor Blanco, who is struck out looking and singled. And it's ball 1. Only the 82nd pitch thrown by Worley. The Giants bullpen gets busy. There's Javier Lopez, a left-hander, warming up. 5-0 Pirates, last of the 8th. 2-0. Worley had 6 previous starts and 1 relief appearance for the Phillies, and a total of 40 2/3 innings pitched before tonight. That's a strike. 2-1. Came into the game with a 3.1 earned run average. And he has gone as many as 7 innings in a big league game this year. 3 different times. He's gone 7 2/3. This is his longest outing in the big leagues this year. Only allowed to 3 hits. Three and 1 to Blanco. Brandon Crawford on deck. Not much contact on a 3 and 1 so-called hitter's count there. And for Vance Worley, one of his best starts ever in the big league. We're going to the 9th inning. 5-0 Pittsburgh.
On Sportsnet Central every night at 10:30 p.m. Comcast Sportsnet, authentic Bay Area sports.
Juan Gutierrez has retired 6 straight hitters since he took them out in the 7th inning. Here in the 9th now, facing Russell Martin, who is 1 for 3. And the breaking ball in there for a called strike. The Giants have the left-hander Javier Lopez warming up in the bullpen. And the left-handed hitting Gregory Polanco out on deck. Joe Panic. 1 away.
Makes that play look easy.
And here comes Bruce Bochy. The Pirates had only 1 left-handed hitter in their starting lineup tonight, Gregory Polanco. And so Bochy's bringing in his left-handed specialist here, Javier Lopez, to face that 1 lefty. 1 out, nobody on, 9th inning. The Pirates ahead 5-0. Lopez coming in, and we will be right back. 2-0. The Pirates lead the Giants. And the Giants, who are 3 outs away, they have only their last of the 9th inning at bats remaining to them. 3 outs away from a 5-game losing streak.
The numbers for Javier Lopez, 42nd time that he's come in, 22 2/3 innings in the 41 appearances that he's had.
And a called strike to Polanco, who's hit a sacrifice fly, struck out looking, and fouled out to third. Base hit.
Well, everybody was kind of putting the footwork to make the approach to that ball there towards the end. It got past Javier Lopez, and then it kind of eliminated itself from Michael Morris. It was going to have to be Joe Panik, and Joe Panik, who we've seen him make this little flip. That was the only shot. Polanco runs well. He put his feet in the play, and when it was all said and done, there was not a thing anybody could do. That's how perfectly placed that ball was. And a little Bermuda Triangle down there right out in front of first.
So now Brent Morel. And it's ball 1.
We've seen some pretty spectacular infield singles tonight. Swing and bunt from Gregor Blanco. And now this perfectly placed soft ground ball from Polanco. Hey, look, when there's no offense, man, you're looking for things to talk about here, partner.
What else you got?
That's it. I'm done. Perfectly placed.
That was really something, wasn't it?
Yeah, spectacular.
I thought I would never see one of those again. 2-0 the count, and that's in for a strike. You know, for a team that doesn't need one. Pirates are ahead 5-0. They don't need that.
I mean, that's hard to do. Take a full swing and just hit it right in the right spot.
That's why I always remember my first job as a baseball broadcaster was with the Oakland Athletics, 1974. And Charlie Finley, the cantankerous owner of the A's, had fired Jim Woods, who was an excellent broadcaster. And one of the writers asked Mr. Finley, said, "Why would you fire Jim Woods? He was really good." He says, "He wasn't exciting enough when nothing was happening."
It's hard to do.
Off Morse's glove. We'll go to Lopez covering for the out there. Polanco does move over to second. 2 down. So I'm the guy who replaced the guy who wasn't exciting enough when nothing was happening. I thought, how would you be exciting when nothing is happening?
You could have some great old stories.
2 down, Vance Worley, the hitter. Because he didn't say interesting enough or fascinating enough or a great storyteller when nothing's going on. He said exciting enough. It wasn't exciting enough. Vance Worley 0 for 3 in the game. And that's in there for a called strike.
But he's had some good at bats. I tried to say that as exciting as I could.
Sorry, not quite exciting enough. Well, Worley did hit a shot right at Pablo Sandoval back in the 4th inning. A ball and a strike.
A lethal bullet. Right into the leather.
I thought about it, you know. Line drive right to the third baseman. That ball could have gone anywhere. Holy cow. Unbelievable. 1 ball, 1 strike to count. Yeah, it looked like he changed up on him there. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Pirates jumped out with a 4-run first inning. Madison Bumgarner just was not himself in the first inning. And Mike, you had, I think, an interesting theory about that. because Bumgarner's last start, 8 shutout innings in Philadelphia. He was excellent. But there was also a 1-hour rain delay in the midst of that game. And that may have taken its toll on Bumgarner tonight. Well done by Javier Lopez, that infield hit notwithstanding. Last chance for the Giants. Here on the shores of San Francisco Bay, the Giants are trailing 5-0 to the Pirates. Brandon Crawford to lead off against Vance Worley, and then a pinch hitter for the pitcher, and then Hunter Pence due up third in the inning. And there's Worley, who's had only one career complete game. It was against the Giants almost 3 years, well, 3 years and 2 days ago, back in 2011. He's never pitched a shutout in his career. So Worley's having, up till now, the best night of his career.
Oh, no doubt. And he's only thrown 86 pitches, so he's got plenty of steam left. There is nobody in the bullpen for the Pirates.
In for a strike to Crawford.
And he was going to go up there and he was going to take it until they had a strike. Down 5-0. I'm thinking maybe might get a little wildness here, maybe get a couple of break walks. Not going to happen with Worley.
Crawford has swung the bat well against Worley tonight. Here comes Polanco, and one away. Earlier, Crawford drilled one, caught by the third baseman, and then he also hit a deep fly ball to center, caught by McCutchen. So this one, just a little bloop into shallow right center. And one away, and here is Susak.
Take a look at what he did in Fresno this year in 63 games, 268 with 10 home runs. He's had one big league at bat, he grounded out. So looking for his first big league knock. A good time for it.
He is the 27th hitter Vance Worley has faced. He faced only 2 over the, in fact, coming into this inning, he faced only 1 over the minimum number of hitters it's possible to face.
A couple of Sacramento area guys going at each other. Worley against Susak.
And quickly it's 0-2. And I know when you saw Susak in the spring, you and really everybody else who saw him, very impressed with his skills as a receiver behind the plate.
Yeah, he can catch. No doubt.
Just missing. Susak is from Roseville. Went to a Jesuit high school, though, in Sacramento before he then went to Oregon State. 24 years old. Back to the screen. This is only Susak's third year in pro ball. He was a second-round draft choice back in 2011. He didn't start playing professionally until 2012. He played at San Jose then and Richmond last year, Fresno this year. Along the right field line, Polanco, a long run, no, not quite. Ike Davis was going out from first base. Nobody on. Here in the ninth inning for the Giants. They're down by 5. Hunter Pence on deck. Still got the rally caps going there.
These are good ones. They wear that rally cap everywhere they go.
He fights that one off.
Nice put in battle. Nice at bat.
Two and two. Susak giving him a battle here with 1 out in the ninth. When he had that complete game against the Giants, his only complete game in the big leagues back in 2011, that was his rookie season. And that was in the midst of a stretch where he won 9 straight games. He finished third in the National League Rookie of the Year balloting that year behind Craig Kimbrell and Freddie Freeman. And that's a foul out of play. But his career did not advance after that. That rookie season, he ended up 11-3 with a 3.01, but 6-9 the next year with a 4.2. Traded to Minnesota, and his time in Minnesota was a complete bust. High fly ball, in on it in left field, Harrison. And despite the great battle, Susak succumbs. Number 2 down, here comes Hunter Pence. 28th batter to appear. That's how dominant Worley has been.
Well, you go back and chart the pitches that he's thrown, and he really has not made many mistakes out of the middle of the strike zone. It's been all in the corner. A nice little cut with a sink. He's mixed speeds up. He's used both sides of the plate with all of his pitches.
26-year-old Vance Worley from Sacramento. Into the gap in right center. One hop to the wall. Pence is going for 3. The relay is much too late. A triple standing up for Hunter Pence.
Now it's 2 good at bats in a row. Remember, he lined out, hit a bullet in the 7th inning to shortstop Jordy Mercer, and here he takes an outside location and he goes the opposite gap with it with backspin. And when you start to see this little mini slump that he is in appears to be over. Nice at bat. That was loud, and he knew he had a gapper. He was thinking 3 right off the crack of the bat.
So now Joe Panic takes a strike. Panic, who has grounded out twice and walked once. And for the first time, the Pirates bullpen will get busy. There's Jared Hughes. This will be the 100th pitch of the game thrown by Worley. Morel, and it's a shutout, the first in the career for the Sacramento native Vance Worley, and his 2nd career complete game, and both of them have come at the expense of the San Francisco Giants. And tonight, his first major league shutout. Clearly the best game that Vance Worley has ever pitched in the big league.
Well, and he's a good front runner. I mean, he was masterful tonight, but his teammates got him 4 in the first and got him 1 in the second. A nice 5-0 lead, and he really made it stand up. A rare night for Madison Bumgarner when he just didn't quite have it, and the Pirates, to their advantage, they took it. They jumped on it, and Vance Worley made it stand up. So for Vance Worley, 2nd complete game, he earned everything he got tonight. He cannot pitch any better than that.
And the home game blues continue for Bumgarner rather mysteriously. 5-0 the Pirates over the Giants, and the Giants have now lost 5 in a row. We'll be back with more from AT&T Park. Stay with us.